The Chevy Colorado, objectively, is one of the most capable midsize pickups on the market. The 2024 model will not only come refreshed for the new year, but also bring a highly capable top trim called Bison. Today we will give our honest opinion on one of the best midsize pickups on the market and expose the truck's biggest pros and cons. These are the good things about the 2024 Chevy Colorado. Number 5. The looks. We will start with the looks. The saying goes that there is no accounting for taste, meaning that certain individuals prefer certain styles. But one has to have no taste at all to dislike the new 2024 Chevy Colorado. Believe it or not. But this good-looking hunk of metal comes from the same manufacturer that not so long ago gave the world probably the worst-looking pickup of all time, the Silverado 2500. A truck with a face that not even its mother could love. Highlighted by the fact that the mother Chevy promptly redesigned that 4-eye monstrosity to look at least halfway decent, and not to scare small children and petrol heads in their nightmares. The same manufacturer gave us one of the best-looking mid-size pickups on the market. With some manufacturers nowadays going the retro route and trying to draw inspiration from the pickups of yesterday, Chevy draws inspiration from the pickups of tomorrow. The new Colorado looks angry, but in a good way. Modern fashion dictates that a modern vehicle must have as big of a front grille as possible. However, the design guys at Chevy went a different route and separated the grille with a body-colored strip, dividing it into two parts. Together with the narrow headlight, this gives the Colorado an aggressive, almost sports car-like appearance. If anything, the Colorado looks a bit like if the Camaro had babies with the Silverado. Wait a minute. Camaro? Silverado? Colorado? We might be onto something here. And we did not even yet cover the fancy off-road trims, the ones with the wide body kit and massive off-road tires. Those things look like they came straight out of a futuristic battlefield we saw in computer games like Halo. We are looking at you, Tesla Cybertruck. Take a gander at how to properly design a futuristic military-themed vehicle. Number 4. The Bison. We are of course talking about the brand new 2024 Chevy Colorado Bison, not the woolly mammal roaming the plains of the western United States. This is the aforementioned trim with an extreme wide body kit and massive 35-inch off-road tires. In fact, these are the largest tires currently fitted to a midsize pickup truck from the factory. But it isn't all show and no-go. The Bison gets aftermarket support from American Expedition Vehicles, a company specializing in building custom high-end off-road going machines. Also, not only does the Bison receive larger tires, but also larger wheel arches and a wider track to make it one of the most capable off-road weapons on the market. Goodies such as limited slip differentials and four-wheel drive are also customary for this caliber truck. And the best thing is the fact that all this goodness comes packed into a medium-sized package. Do not get us wrong. We love a full-size pickup truck, but on the trail, a semi-truck-sized vehicle like the full-size Silverado can be a bit tricky. Putting all the capabilities into a more manageable package is the best decision manufacturers have made in recent years. Number 3. Excellent off-road. But you do not need to get the top-of-the-line Bison to have an extremely capable off-road truck. First of all, because the Bison starts at over $60,000, and secondly, because the Trail Boss and ZR2 trims are almost as good-looking and very capable off-road vehicles. Not to mention that you'll save more than $10,000 purchasing one instead of top-of-the-line Bison. We especially recommend the Trail Boss. Starting at $38,895, it is a truly excellent value for your hard-earned buck. You'll get 32-inch off-road tires, which are still enormous when compared to an ordinary vehicle. The vehicles are wrapped by flared fenders. Although not as extreme as the Bison, the Trail Boss still looks mean and menacing. Add a small amount of an additional $10,000 and you'll get the even more off-road-oriented ZR2 trim. Starting at $48,395, there will be an inch added to the tire diameter, making it to 33 inches in total. But the main reason for the price difference are in the suspension and drivetrain. The ZR2 comes with multi-matic spool valve dampers and lockable front and rear diffs to make it a proper old-school road machine. Number 2. Excellent on the road. While the new Colorado is a very capable off-road truck, There are some competitors that are equally as capable. Take the Jeep Gladiator, for example. But while the Jeep is mighty on the trail, when it comes on the road, it literally falls apart. Well, perhaps not literally, but the Jeep's on-road handling is truly terrible. Another extreme would be the Honda Ridgeline, a pickup truck with the handling of a passenger car. You would have to be mad to take one off-roading. Here's the new Colorado that shines in all its glory. Not only is it one of the most capable off-road trucks, but the chassis and the suspension are well behaved on the road also. And all this is achieved using a prehistoric suspension setup. While more and more manufacturers implement independent suspension front and back, the Colorado uses independent setup only in the front. The rear must do with a live axle and leaf springs. While this setup is more durable and easier to maintain, experts claim it is outdated and does not provide sufficient comfort and on-road performance. Chevy engineers, however, beg to differ with that opinion, and with some clever dampers have created a truly versatile and good-riding truck. Number 1. Heavy Hauler. Putting the cherry on top of the cake is the new Colorado's towing and payload numbers. This truck offers the most towing in the midsize truck segment, and it's rated at 7,700 pounds. That's more than any of the competitors. The payload is decent at 1,280 pounds, but nothing to brag about at the bar. And here we go with the cons of the 2024 Colorado. Number 2. SUV syndrome. What do we mean by that? In the olden days, there was a distinct line between an SUV and a truck. SUV, or as they were called, 4x4s, were dedicated off-road vehicles with a bit fancier trims and better equipment. Trucks were more of a work vehicle, and while almost as capable off-road, they offered a large bed to put cargo in and better towing capabilities. Today, the line between these two types of vehicles is blurry. Many SUVs have no off-road capabilities to speak of and have mutated into school buses and family vans. In their place, we have off-road pickups which try to step in and offer the off-road capabilities of a true 4x4 with the luxury of an SUV. The same problem plagues the 2024 Chevy Colorado. It is a fantastic vehicle capable on and off the road, but it is more of an SUV with a bed stuck to the back of it rather than a true truck. There is only one cab style and only one bed length available. The manufacturer did not even try to hide the fact that this truck is intended to be used as a luxury SUV instead of a work truck or pickup truck in general. Number 1. The engine. For 2024, Chevy Colorado is offering with one engine choice with no news if or when something more will be coming. Future clients are offered two flavors of the same 2.7-liter four-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. In lower trims, this engine delivers 237 horsepower and 259 pound-feet of torque. And while way more than standard offering on some of the competitors, this engine feels a bit underpowered for a midsize, but still a pretty heavy truck. The fancier trims get a tuned-up version of the same engine, producing 310 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. This time, the engine feels adequately powered, but nothing more. There is no special version for the Bison, and no alternative like hybrid, electric, or diesel. We get why the diesel is gone. In the day and age of the eco-mentalist, it is considered the fuel of evil. Despite all this, a modern diesel would be an excellent choice for an off-road-oriented pickup truck, considering the torque output of a modern diesel engine. Also, it would greatly benefit in fuel economy. And while some may argue otherwise, a modern and well-sorted diesel does not pollute as much as the vegan crowd wants us to believe. Also, the Colorado could benefit from a modern hybrid option. Paired with an electric motor, those small modern four-cylinders can rival even the mighty American V8s. And surely Chevy could put a classic V8 into the Bison. A 60-plus grand truck is more than worthy to have a classic American engine under the hood. With all that being said, the Bison is the one to get if you want a truly special off-road truck. The best value for money is the Trail Boss. You'll get almost as much truck for a lot less money.